Well, we've got a great one here for you tonight. First game of the two-game series between the 49ers and the Hokies. Make sure you tune in for Puck Drop with Chris and Jordan coming up next.
as the autumn air begins to find its way through Southwest Virginia. We hope you are just as excited as we are through the Blue Ridge Mountains as we get set for some college hockey. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network here on YouTube, presenting tonight's ACHA matchup between the Charlotte 49ers and your Virginia Tech Hokies. My name is Chris Pierce, joined alongside tonight by the one and only Jordan Parham. Jordan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It was a raining day, a little slippery slopes getting up here to Lancer a lot, but nonetheless, prepared for hockey, prepared for greatness, prepared to witness greatness. How about you, Chris?
No, I'm feeling great. I'm pumped. First play-by-play call of the season. Couldn't come on a better September night here at the Lancer Sports Complex. The Hokies wearing their white sweaters. The opponents, the Charlotte 49ers, wearing their green sweaters. Let's break down the starting lineups. Jordan, for the Charlotte 49ers, they'll start out with the forward line of Raimundo, Gula, and Bernazzani.
Take your time.
And I know these games go by quick. You gotta have a quick pace. But for the defense for the 49ers, they'll line it up with Elliot Kranick and Zachary Larson in a net. For the 49ers, they'll rely on sophomore goalie Benjamin Brainin. And for the Hokies, they'll start out with their third line of Chris Kube, Arthur Sang, and Tyler Gordon, with Teo Lanigan and Max Sullivan, who picked up his first goal 2 weeks ago against James Madison. He'll start as a D pair. And in net, starting his third game in a row for the Hokies, goaltender Ian Key in his senior season.
Ian Key, such a nice person. I saw him the other night, actually the other week, congratulating the broadcast crew on a great job and everything.
Well, away we go from the Lancer Sports Complex. The 49ers win the opening faceoff. Will draw into the Hokies zone. Max Sullivan, the rookie, will carry along with it, able to get it ahead over the Sang. Sang tiptoes into the zone. He'll take it wide. He'll stop and get boarded by Larson. Gordon picks up the loose puck over at the wing. He'll dump it, though no one home. Larson will take over, try to clear it. Puck bounces to Kube, down in the corner. He'll look to center it, decides to take it around the net. Kube takes it wide. He'll try to backhand it over to Sang, who loses the puck eventually. Kube regains it. Down on the near side, Kube falls down, puck steering on the corner. Raimundo able to clear it to neutral ice, and the 49ers will go for their first change of the game.
Wonderful aggression by the Hokies. Puck is rolling, puck is bouncing, yet they don't let off the gas. They're still trying to get that puck into the front of the net, and they're still trying to get goal opportunities.
Opening minute of the game, the Hokies will throw out their first line of Paducci, newly joined the first line, Austin Hearn, and Cam Kazai. Is going to be a very dangerous line for the Hokies, as already J.H. Largas shoots that one, saved by Brainian, who falls down on the ice, loses his stick. Puck still in the corner. Over and shooting is Kazai, who hits it off the post. And the whistle's going to be called as the net is dislodged.
Just like I had mentioned in the pregame show, the Hokies can win this game just by putting up shots. Charlotte, they're let up 15 goals in the last 3 games. That's about average 5 goals a game. It's no secret that their defense is slowly lacking, but if we just put up shots, then we can definitely just put away this game.
It'll be Sean Roach tying up with Gavin Baduzzi, who off the faceoff, Cam Kazai tries to center it. Good defense there by the 49ers. Finally, now on the near side is Kazai and Roach. Roach able to clear it to center ice. McAfee will take over near the Hokies bench. He'll dump that one in. Taking it there for the 49ers is Aiden Behrman. He'll try to center that one up the near side boards, kept in by the Hokies. Able to be cleared. McAfee able to get a good pass over to Kazai, who gives it back to Hearn. Hearn back to Kazai, who backhands it that one off the back wall. Kazai tries to center it again. But there's going to be another whistle.
The aggressive play by UNC-Charlotte is something that I was not expecting for today. Now, I definitely was expecting to see an aggressive game, but I wasn't expecting to see it right off the back. Already we see checks from Kazai, checks from McAfee down in the corner up in their offensive zone. We see many players start off the game. You're not trying to catch a lot of penalties, especially within the first 2 minutes. Unfortunately, we see 41 from Virginia Tech. That is Kazai. Delivered a hit down in the corner.
Well, there was a penalty on Virginia Tech. Kazai will be heading to the box for slashing. As that shot, they're deflected towards the near side. Almost dangerous. Key couldn't see that one as that puck is going to be flown out of play.
Whoa. almost could grab it.
So we'll see what the 49ers can do on their opening power play of the game. 17:51 remaining here in the opening period. Fantozzi will go up against Gula. Gula will win it. Gets over to Kranek on the right side point. Kranek's that one shot deflected, easily gloved down by Key. Good save there by the senior goalkeeper.
This is the type of playing, especially power kill playing from Virginia Tech that we like to see. Just basically blocking out where the puck keeper and the handler is. Even if he gets a shot off, you can tell he didn't have too much power on it. It didn't come off his stick right. That's not the way he wanted. And then we have an instant turnover from UNC over to Virginia Tech.
Well, the Hokies, who had a shorthanded goal in their win over James Madison, almost getting one there by the stick of Matt Tulo. Though that one a little too out of reach, and the 49ers will regain themselves and push ahead here with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining on their power play. Good stick there by Fantozzi to break it up. Take some more time off the clock. Raymundo will give it back to Kranek. 49ers winless to start the opening season. All of their games have been played on the road. They get their first game at home against High Point coming up next month. As for the Hokies, this is their second home game. They lost to the North Carolina State Ice Pack on opening night, 3-2. As that good stick there, Peduzzi racing after it, and it's going to be whistled, I believe, offsides. Well, Peduzzi can't believe it.
Oh, yeah, that is a good call by the goalie. I know you don't have a replay, but just going back and toward to memory, the poke check, not clear who made it. Poke check was made from across the red line. So, of course, when that poke check made it across the blue from beyond the red, then it would be considered an icing. If that poke check were to be made just, inches to the left of the red line from where we're standing, that would have been fair game. Peduzzi would have had a clear breakaway, and the score might have been 1-0 right now.
Oh, thank you for your bright analytical mind. I would not have picked that up. Thank goodness you are here joining the broadcast team for this season. The Hokies will have a 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds. Penalties assessed to Raymond. It'd be too many men on the ice for the 49ers, so a 4-on-4 going on for the next 20 seconds. Roach takes that one. He stops, goes over to the point. Dumped in. Eventually cannot be held in. There by Behrman. Behrman will backhand it on to the far side. We'll take that pass back. Survey his options. Hokies now on the power plays. Kazai comes out of the box. It's Kazai, Fantozzi, Tulo, McAfee, and Lagis for the Hokies on the power play. We'll see if Coach Mullen draws up something here. They'll have about a minute and a half to work with as Kazai will push up on the left side. Kazai will skate in. He'll backhand that one. Good stick there by Garrett Kusera. As Kazai putting on the pressure. Roach able to clear off of Matt Tulo's legs. And the puck will go to the near side. Lagis will try to hit it up neutral ice. McAfee will take it. And everything will settle for the next 45 seconds. Fantozzi. That one intended for McAfee. McAfee didn't put his stick on the ice. Still gets it. Tries to dangle his way through. Lagis picks it up. His shot! That one wide off the glass. McAfee, he backhands that one easily saved by Brandon. And we'll have a whistle with 15:15 remaining here in the opening period. Jordan, what are you seeing from these Hokies so far?
The Hokies are doing great at bringing the puck into the offensive zone. They're doing great at just driving straight forwards. They're making play opportunities. They're passing when they need to. They're skating it if they have time and space. This is basically just great offensive playing by both the forwards and the defense here. The only thing is that their shots just aren't connecting, not reaching the net, or they're getting blocked out.
Face-off win by Peduzzi. Lagis will take it. He's battled there hard by Gula. Gula loses his glove. McAfee will take it by the blue line on the Hokie side. That one off the stick of Hearn. Eventually batted all the way down to the far side. Key will take it. He'll pass it over to Lagis. Lagis on the near side will take it himself. He'll slowly stride, try to get past Gula. Heavy pressure there on the forecheck. Lagis, that one past Peduzzi on the near side. Bauman out of the box full strength now for both teams. No icing on the call. Lagas will take it behind the net. Gula heavy pressure. Peduzzi will pick it up. Peduzzi, 6 points already in 2 games. ACHL Player of the Week. As that slap shot by Surgeon easily gloved down by Brainan, and we'll have another whistle.
That's a play actually that I had a couple coaches they love to do. They said, you know, if you take it into the offensive zone, the second you cross that line, take 2 or 3 steps and just fire. Majority of the time it'll get through, majority of the time it'll get gloved up, but you can at least get, you know, a stoppage in play, and you can get a line change out real quick. So it's a great way to get the tired guys off and the refreshed guys out.
How fast do you think you shot the puck, or what would you think would be your hardest shot per hour, miles per hour?
Ooh, me?
Just a curious
I think
question.
I hit an 80 one time.
80?
This is when we had, I was doing a Sports International Hockey Association, this like week-long camp, and they had like a, what is it called? Not speedometer, but the radar tracker on it. And I think I hit 80 back when I was in like the 7th grade. So now I could probably hit harder, but you know, I haven't had a radar gun on me in quite some time.
I about shoot as fast as I throw, so probably in the low 70s. That shot there by Zach Stewart scores for the Hokies.
Directly under the blocker of Brainan, something that he thought it was going to go extra high like it did before.
Stewart gets his first as a Hokie. Certainly something to remember for the freshman, as they're going to keep that puck.
I like the way they did that. I like the way they executed that especially. They did the exact same drill again to get the tired guys off the ice. They took 2 steps. They fired. It just happened to go in that time. So, I mean, you get a double whammy. Stewart gets his first goal, and the tired guys get to rest their achy ankles.
Well, the Hokies now with the lead. That shot by Kube, scooped up by Brainan. Hokies mounting pressure second by second. There's not even 10 minutes into the first period. Hokies on top, 1-0. Face off on the far side of the offensive zone for the Hokies. It'll be Sang going up. Gula will have to go to the bench. Looks like there's something wrong with the stick. Might be broken.
Head of his stick broke.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, especially because they're so expensive.
I went to a practice a couple weeks ago, and they said that it was tryouts, and they said that 6 sticks broke during the opening night of tryouts.
They want it.
They want it. It's a physical sport.
Never broken a stick, but I got close one day. I got a couple chips in my old one.
Sullivan will chip that one to Lanigan. Big hit delivered there on Kucera by Lanigan. Hokies bringing the physicality and the scoring into this one.
Almost seemed like Kucera was trying to check Lanigan, and it kind of backfired, especially because Lanigan's size.
Sullivan will chip that one off the glass. Taken by Behrman. He'll send it across. He'll go into the zone. Tip there by Bernazzani. On the near side. Puck kept in by Workman. Hokies able to clear it to Tyler Gordon down on the near side. He'll stop in his tracks, prevent an offside, and he'll just dump it down. Hokies will go for an offensive and a defensive change. 12:31 remaining here in the opening period. Hokies leading 1-0 thanks to a goal by Zach Stewart, his first of the season. Uzi will throw that one into the zone. Jensen will come around and collect it. He'll send it back over the center ice. Lagas tries to get it off the stick of Hearn. Lagas will just backhand that one in. Jensen now behind the net with Kazai pressuring. Give it over to Roach. Roach will try to flick it up to Sutter. Puck not cleared yet. Now does Peduzzi. We'll head that one back in. This dangerous first line for the Hokies of Kazai, Peduzzi, and Austin Hearn. A young line. Got at least 2 more seasons with Peduzzi staying an extra year. Thank you for being an architect major. So he'll be here for another year after this season. It's good news for Coach Mullen. So you'll see at least 1 more year of Kazai and Peduzzi, a duo who's already putting up massive points. What a move by Peduzzi! His shot scores!
Wow.
Gavin Peduzzi!
Speechless.
Wow, us once again, number 12.
Peduzzi showing off at how much of a skilled, talented player on this team that he definitely is. Just decided to take that and drive through, what was that, three defenders on Charlotte? Just took that by himself and decided, hey, I'm going to put it under the goalie's, I'm going to put it under the goalie's glove, just like Stewart did on that first goal.
That's now 7 points for Peduzzi this season. Already 4 goals. He had 2 in that loss against NC State and then 1 in that win over James Madison. Now has a goal in every single game played this season. I know you guys talked about it in the pregame show. I mean, Kazai Peduzzi, Kyle said 35 points by the end of October. I think I see at least about 40.
Yeah, I might have to
I mean, if
up my
they
answer.
keep this pace up, 40 points is very achievable for this first line of the Hokies. As that shot there, blocker to side by Key. That one coming from Larson.
Peduzzi just showing what he can do, flexing his muscles, showing, hey, you know, if you're going to line up 3 defenders directly in the middle to try to push me to the boards, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take myself around the boards and see if you can react as fast. And to answer that question, cannot react as fast.
Yeah, Peduzzi coming into tonight's game is 26 points shy of tying the program's all-time points lead. He's now 25 points after that goal. But, I mean, the achievements just keep on racking up for number 12 as Matt Tulo enters the zone. He'll try to make a move all around. Good stick there by Kusera. Garrett Kusera, defenseman for the Charlotte 49ers, will take that one. Tries to put it ahead. Good stick there by Dean Sargent playing in his first game of the season to put it ahead to Matt Vanieri. Vanieri tries to needle his way through the defense. Couldn't do it as it'll be chipped up on the far side near the 49ers bench. We'll go for a little change there for the 49ers wearing their green sweaters. 9:42 remaining here in the opening period of play. 2-0 Hokies. Keeping the offensive momentum going, Jordan.
The offensive momentum is just, they're wearing out this Charlotte defense / offense.
Yeah, with the important games coming up to play, 6 straight weeks of hockey as Tyler Gordon walks into the zone. He tries to center it for Stewart, looking for a second. Couldn't get a stick on it and control it. Vanieri will backhand that one to the far side corner. As Workman will take it, he'll chip it up to the center ice. Lanigan, the president of this club hockey team, will put it ahead to Arthur Sang. Sang will try to widen his way through. He'll be pinned up against the boards. Stays with it on the near side. Sang gets it over to Koubet. Koubet back to Sang, who tries to one-time it. Good defense there by the 49ers. Talk about Sang. Collected his first goal in 3 years with the team in that win against James Madison. As he tries to feed that one to Koubet. Good job by there. Sullivan, who tries to center that one. Corden couldn't get a stick on it. Lanigan will maneuver his way in. There's a broken stick on the ice. Lanigan shoves down Workman. Hokies keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Sang will head to the bench as he swings that one in. Jensen with Kazai pressuring on the forecheck. Try to get it out. Jensen, that one's good stick there by Peduzzi. Kazai tries to get a handle on it. And just crawling over and covering on top is Braynon for the whistle.
This Hokie team is a very different team that we saw from 2 weeks ago. Their movement is just, one thing I've noticed, their movement is just very easily readable. Not by Charlotte, but by their other teammates. They just know what they're doing. They know where they need to be. They know what they need to do to advance this puck as close as they can to the net. And if even, you know, if they're getting boxed out, like for example, blanking on the name, but he was driving up to the net, got boxed out on the side. He still was able to take that puck back around where he came and pass it up to the top.
Puck almost going in off the deflection off of Hearn's stick. A shot coming from McAfee at the point. Very close to going in and making it a 3-0 game for the Hokies. Inches probably, Jordan. Almost going in. McAfee behind the net. Will try to feed that one ahead to Peduzzi, who's walking in. He's got Hearn with him. Peduzzi over to Hearn, couldn't complete the pass. Hearn looking for his first goal of the season. Peduzzi tried again coming in on the left side. We'll try to shoulder his way in. Kusera there with the pressure. Tulo now in the far corner. Will chip it off the boards to Hearn. Hearn try to stay with the puck, loses it. Seth Hill will take it for the 49ers. He'll be able to clear it at the least. McAfee, the almost 7-foot defenseman from Pittsburgh, will dump it in. That centering for Tulo went off of his skates. Fantozzi's shot saved by Branyan. Quick shot there by Fantozzi, trying to catch the sophomore goalie off guard and get the Hokies a 3-goal lead, but good job there by Branyan to save that one.
Those quick shots are honestly what any coach, any player, any analyst, any play-by-play announcer would love to see. Those quick shots mean quick goals. Quick goals means quick, a quick boost in confidence, a quick score boost, a quick lead. You name it.
I'd really like to see the shot total right now. I know we won't get into the end of the period by our great data analysis, Ashley Kovitz, but I mean, the Hokies are just piling it on in the shot column, at least for the first period. We're not even 15 minutes into this game.
Nope. And they're definitely putting the pressure on Charlotte right now. They almost made the score 3-0 a couple minutes ago, and they don't want to make it. They definitely don't want to see 4.
Yeah, one thing I really want to see from this Hokies offense is the ability to keep putting on the pressure. I know last year there were some times where, they let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit in games like this, where they kind of let the opponent crawl back slowly into it, and there was tense leading up to the final minutes as Zach Stewart walks into that one, tries to give it to Matt Veneri, who was looking to score there. Puck still loose in front. Stewart tries to give it back to the point. Lanigan able to chip it in. He'll go for a change. But I'd really like to see this Hokies team keep their foot on the gas pedal this season. I know with a lot of fresh skaters, a lot of new guys, brings a lot of energy to this Hokies squad. I mean, we've already seen it already with Zach Stewart getting his first goal. I mean, so many of these rookies have already collected their first points, and we're only 3 games into the season.
It's just being around. Oh, hold up.
As Veneri shot, that one blockered by Branyan. Veneri with a good chance there. Like I said, the Hokies are piling on the shots.
It's when you see and when you learn from the best, when you're playing with the best, even if they don't tell you what they do, you can just look down and see, hey, this is what he did. Maybe I can try to incorporate this into my move. And the one thing I've seen from the difference between 2 weeks ago and now is I've seen a lot of these forwards, Hearn, for example, developing his own mojo, for example. It's just I see he tries to kind of go into the offensive zone. He tries to curve around that face-off dot, so he uses that kind of as a landmark, and then he'll try to pass it up towards the middle. So it's different stuff that you notice from 2 weeks ago if you really pay attention to it.
I know, and the Hokies did have a week break last year. I mean, last week they didn't have a game. They had 2 practices. So they're well rested for this game, and for these next 6 weeks, they're going to play some tough competition, especially with a trip to Jersey coming up. We'll have that here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network against a tough Rider team who was the ACHA regular season champs last year. So that's going to be a good matchup. But, I mean, these games now are just preparing as that is going to be a high stick call, though called away. Hokies enter the zone as Sutter will bring it up for the 49ers. McAfee trying to put the moves on him. Good job there. Sutter lost it. Tries to center and no one home. Puck goes on the far side. Kube will take it. Christopher Kube. Say some on the hockey team say the better Chris. I know. They call me CP, but they call him Coobs. Spaduzzi will take it. Glove down there and shot by Muchachio. That one wide of the net. It's the real first chance there for the 49ers. Is that shot blocked by Lagas? Still loose. Eventually picked up by McAfee. McAfee off the boards for Kazai. Kazai, he has Hearn. Gives it over. Hearn couldn't get it off the stick. I mean, they're trying to set up Hearn for his first goal. As Kazai will shoot that one. And now go off the netting. Folks, join us supporting Virginia Tech Hockey tomorrow, September 28th, by going to Panda Express. Order in-store or even carry out at the Blacksburg location. And make sure to grab a flyer at the marketing table. Or if you're listening to here online, you can go on our socials, and there's a link there, as 20% of the total proceeds will go directly to the program. I know what I'm getting tomorrow. I'm getting myself some orange chicken and some lo mein at Panda Express.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to ask my dad for some extra money. College students, we're broke, so.
Very relatable. 49ers bring it into the zone. Urzani loses it. Raimundo, that one chopped down by Gula. Key on his back, and it's eventually a whistle is called. There's some more pushing and shoving there between Dean Ahern and Joey Gula.
That was funny. He had to get that anger out, even if it put him in the box for 2 minutes. Had to get it out. I understand. I'm not saying he was right. I'm not saying he was wrong. Just saying, I understand.
I don't know there's going to be a penalty. I think it was just a little friendly
Yeah,
pushing and
little
shoving
tussle.
after the play. Again, like you said, frustration from Gula.
Yeah, especially that high stick. You can knock a goalie's helmet off, hit someone in the head, you know.
Yeah,
Tensions are definitely rising when you're looking out for your teammates.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Gula pregame because I needed the lineups, and he was able to provide me. He seemed like a very nice guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when the skates aren't on, obviously.
Yeah, no, I in high school I played against some guys that I had played in the summer. I knew them in the summer. I knew them, you know, just in school together. You know, we had classes, but we were on opposite teams, and you know, they told me, they're like, no hard feelings, Jordan, but you're pretty light, and so if you go flying, it's on you. I'm like, you know, I can't be mad about that. So
Puck on the near side, Tulo able to clear at least the center ice. Charging after is you and Andrew. So Andrew now on that second line. I mean, that just makes that line more dangerous. You and Andrew, a proven scorer, joining Tuo and Fantozzi on that second line. Very dangerous draw up there by Coach Mullen. Jensen will hit it off the boards. Big hit there by Dean Surgeon. Surgeon able to get it to Vineri. Vineri couldn't get a shot off. Picking up ahead now is Bauman. Bauman waits at the point. He'll just wrist that one in, easily gloved by Key. He's like, look what I found in my glove. A little shocked to find a puck in it. But an easy save nonetheless. 1:40 remaining here in the opening period. 2-0 is the score. If you missed it, Zach Storr getting his first as a Hokie, and Gavin Baduzzi, I mean, nothing new in that column.
not even surprised.
Not even surprised. Gets his 4th of the season. Into 2-0 game right now as Zach Stewart presses up. Stewart shoots that one off the post! Off the right iron. Stewart could have gotten his 2nd of the game.
That was Marc-Andre Fleury for Charlotte's goal. He would be thanking the post right now. Gotta thank your bestie, the post.
Some more pushing and shoving, this time with Lagos and Sutter. Now behind the Hokie net, but officials will break that one up easily. 1:20 remaining here in the opening period. Jordan, what have you seen so far from the Hokies?
To keep it short,
Go
great
ahead,
playing.
keep it short.
Longer explanation. I've seen some great offense. I've seen some great defense. I've seen some aggressive playing. I've seen some just, hey, we're not going to wait for our teammates to, you know, follow up. We're going to take that all the way to the net. And we're going to shoot. And we're going to try to score. And by that time, you know, I've noticed another thing too. Forwards, they're pushing through in the offensive zone. They're by themselves. I've seen a lot of dump and chase. I've seen a lot of just, hey, throw it to the corner, loop it around the net. Your wing partner or your center or even your D in one case, they're going to go around and grab it, and you're going to try to reset and just keep firing pucks at the net.
Gordon trying the center for Sang, who was waiting in front of the net. Couldn't really get a good handle of it. It was a bouncy puck. Though coming back into the zone is Brian Rice making his Hokies debut. Slap shot there by Kume, and it goes in!
Shooting through traffic is what we like to see. Confuses the goalie. He can't find the puck. If you got yourself an opening, you got yourself a goal. And in this case, that's what we have right here.
Kube collects his first of the season. 3-0 Hokies.
The confidence on Kube. It's my apology.
Kube.
Confidence on Kube to collect that puck from the bottom corner and just say, hey, you know, if I'm gonna shoot it at the net, I got two. I got my center and another forward in front of the net. If it misses, we can regroup and rearm. In this case, he didn't need it.
Yeah,
got it by himself.
The first period has been the Hokies' best friend all season long. They've scored in every single game in the first period, now leading 3-0 against the 49ers. I mean, in an early season point like this is great for the program, as Austin Hearn will try to skate in. 19 seconds on the clock, loses it. As Behrman will just dump it into the Hokie zone. Rice will try to leave it. Perduzzi. I said Perduzzi. Perduzzi will just try to let the time go, and that will conclude the first period. All right, Jordan, quick question before we go to break. What do the Hokies need to do to keep this momentum going into the second and to the third? It's a 60-minute game. It seems like a lot of energy has been spent on that offensive zone. What do they need to keep on going as we head into these next two periods?
Do not take your foot off the throttle. If you're ahead, you're in the lead, it's okay to cut back a bit. You know, you don't have to play as aggressive. But your defense, you definitely need to just keep locking it down, keep blocking out your top crease shoot or your point shooters, keep pushing back your puck, keep knocking that puck out of your defensive zone. And even if you don't, play as aggressive as you did in the beginning, your forwards, for example, rushing up to the net, shooting through traffic, taking 2 steps across the blue line and shooting in just so you can get a change off. Definitely just keep on playing hard defense, keep dumping and chasing. And if you have the men in your offensive zone, set up some type of play, shoot low, shoot through traffic, confuse the goalie, screen the goalie, and get yourself another goal. But I think they can not fully let off the throttle, but they can put cruise control on.
Yeah, well, for sure. We'll see what is in store for these next two periods for the Hokies. 3-0 is the score. We'll see you in the second here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. And we are back here from the Lancer-Lott Sports Complex here in Vinton, Virginia. Hokies up 3-0 as we begin the second period. Both teams will switch sides. Hokies in their white sweaters, the Charlotte 49ers in their green sweaters. I'm Chris Pierce here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Thank you again for tuning in. Joined alongside Jordan Parham. Jordan, an eventful first period it was for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Definitely. Had Cam Kazai, 5 shots on goal. Stewart and Kube, 2 apiece. Peduzzi, 83% on 6 faceoffs. That is great. Fantozzi and Sang, 33 apiece. And Stewart, 50% on each of those. 16 shots on goal, 8 saves. 3 goals coming from Zach Stewart, Gavin Peduzzi, and, of course, Kube as well. So it's an interesting hockey game. We're looking at a lot of shots. We're looking at a lot of saves. We're looking at, a lot of shots down low, a lot of shots through traffic. The defense on Virginia Tech's side is doing really great at pushing Charlotte's offense to the outsorts, to the blue line, into the neutral zone, so the puck isn't necessarily in their team defensive zone. All except for one of Charlotte's shots came from within, I would estimate, about 5 feet away from the blue line. So we're looking at some great defense, some great offense, and some great hockey all around from the Hokies, Chris.
Well, the start of the second period is underway. I think one factor that didn't really get mentioned there is Brian Rice, in his first game with the Hokies, picking up 2 assists, the leading point getter so far in this game. The rookie showing out in his first appearance on the ice this season. As we begin the second period, Arthur Sang will take it wide, tries to give it to Lanigan, kept in by Tyler Gordon. It's Gordon, Kube, and Sang. As Sang tries to backhand that one, saved by Brian. Rebound there. Kube couldn't bury it in, and we'll have a whistle.
Sang with the very, very strong core workouts to be able to keep himself up. The defense, or didn't even see the number. Whoever the defender was on Charlotte, trying to push Sang out from the goalie crease. He was able to keep himself upright and try to keep that and try to push that puck into the net. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it, but hey, that's great effort on Sang's part.
Yeah, face off in the offensive zone. Peduzzi behind the net. Trying to center it for Hearn. And great save there by Brignon.
That was a great trick play that even fooled me. Setting up Peduzzi in front of the net for the ripper.
Peduzzi, an offensive mastermind at it with the puck. You never know what he's going to do with it. Is he going to shoot it? Is he going to pass it? So it makes him so lethal in the offensive zone. Cam Kazai will take it. He'll give it off to Peduzzi, who gives it back to Kazai. Kazai charging towards the net. Saved by Braynon. And we'll have another whistle.
And that's what makes great centers just like Peduzzi, is you're able to create plays, and you're able to create plays out of basically nothing. He even though he wasn't for the net, instead he could have not called for that pass, the puck would have run around the backside of the neck and up towards the right face-off zone.
Peduzzi yet another offensive face-off win. That one deflected towards the near side boards, kept in by McAfee at the point. McAfee shot that one off the knee pad of Braynon. Rebound there, tipped in the air, and eventually laying on his belly was Braynon, catching that one, and we'll have yet another whistle in the offensive zone. The Hokies, momentum, cruising so far here in the second period, early stages.
One thing I liked him on that last play was Lagus. He was able to kept circling that puck around the net. He kept moving from face-off zone to face-off zone, left to the right to the center, to be able to try to make something happen. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get a one-timer off the rip, but I like his determination, and hopefully they feed him one, because that's going to make a great highlight reel on his end.
Hokies now with a chance for the 2-on-1 opportunity. Fantozzi, his shot, scores on the wrister!
If you're Charlotte's defense, you do not want to see that happen. You don't want to let a grade A sharpshooter into your territory to be able to shoot one topside, even knock the water bottle almost off of the post.
Peduzzi collects his first of the season. Hokies now a 4-0 lead.
Now, I don't know if you saw that like how I saw that, but I saw the teamwork between the dynamic duo between Peduzzi and Cam Kazai. work together right there. You know, it could have been Kazai to grab that puck, but he said, you know, Peduzzi, I'm going to let you have it. You're going to take that shot up to the top. And then if he missed, then it definitely would have went to Kazai, and then he would have stuffed that bin into the back of the net.
This new, fresh second line of Fantozzi, Andrew, and Tulo getting their first points of the game. Fantozzi, who had a career year last year with the Hokies, gets one here in the third game of the season. It's another opportunity. Fantozzi backhands it. Brandon able to control the loose puck and cover it up. Fantozzi almost having another one in a near minute.
Also, to correct myself, I said Peduzzi and Kazai. I meant to say Fantozzi and Ewan Andrew. So that's my fault. I was looking at the wrong line. But nonetheless, great teamwork by the both of them. They were able to split the differences between them. And, you know, if Fantozzi missed or if it went wide, Andrew would have definitely got that puck and would have set something up.
And here's another fact for you. All 4 goals have been scored by each offensive line so far tonight. So the first, second, third, and fourth line all have contributed at least 1 goal. As that shot by Stewart goes in! His second of the game! Have a night, Zachary Stewart. And the freshman gets his second of the night.
Wow, that happened so fast. I could kind of make out what happened, but here's the gist of it. Basically, didn't even see the number, but Virginia Tech brought it into the offensive zone, lined it up for Stewart. Stewart just took a rip at it and said, hey, you know, if it goes in, it goes in.
Well, with the lead now at 5, the Hokies are going to make a goalie change. Key is out. Cook is in. Shane Cook, the junior from New Providence, New Jersey, gets his first minutes between the pipes this season for the Hokies.
How close do you live to New Providence, Chris?
Ooh, I mean, I'm going to say about 2 hours. New Jersey is a lot bigger than you think.
Yeah, I would have never thought.
the armpit of America, one people say, is that shot by Vanieri goes wide. Well, that's more towards North Jersey. I'm more of a South Jersey kind of guy. Central Jersey, people say that doesn't exist, but I say it does.
Where's your accent?
That's North Jersey, buddy.
Oh, my bad. See, I'm from Virginia.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with Nova, you know? What defines what Nova is. I know people get a little bit ticked off about that, so I'm not going too much. But that's the same way about, you know, South Jersey and Central Jersey, or pork roll and Taylor ham. If you're from New Jersey, you totally get what I'm trying to say here.
I get you. Yeah, no, it's and I got here my first day, freshman year at Virginia Tech. Of course, everybody's like, oh, name, major, and where you're from. So me and my roommate were both from Nova. He's like, oh, I'm from Sterling. And I'm like, oh, me too. I'm from Nova. I'm from Woodbridge. And everybody tells me the same thing. Woodbridge isn't part of Nova. I am 25 miles south of D.C. I'm close enough.
Well, another face on the Hokies who's from Woodbridge, believe it or not, is Tyler Gordon, who's on the ice currently right now. So maybe he thinks Nova, Woodbridge is in Nova.
I don't think he cares. I've always wanted to just have a conversation with him. I want to see what high school he went to specifically, because
yeah,
I want to see where he went to school.
Got a lot of Nova kids on this Hokies roster. As Sang's going to charge the puck. Bouncing goes to the far side. Tyler Gordon will take it. He'll try to give it over to Kube on the near side. Stretch pass there didn't work. Kube will work with it down low. He'll stop in his tracks. Hands it off to Sang, it looks like. As Roach will just send that one all the way down. Icing is going to be called. And we'll have a whistle with 15:55 remaining here in the second period. 5-0 is the score. Folks, tomorrow night, we're trying something new here with the Virginia Tech Hockey. We're doing a maroon effect. So those fans that want to pop out to here to the Lancelot Sports Complex, wear maroon. One of many theme nights coming up this season. We got a blackout against West Virginia on the 18th. Military Appreciation Night on November 15th. It's a great season. It's going to be a great season for us.
The funny thing, Chris, is I have a tie that matches all of these effects. I have a full black suit. I got my maroon tie on now because I thought Maroon Day was today. It's tomorrow. I have Christmas ties. I got veterans ties.
Yeah. I believe we do have a Christmas-themed game coming up in December against Denison. As Austin Hearn will drive that one into the zone. Puck bounce picked up by Jensen. Unable to get it to Sutter. Kazai will take over for the Hokies. Cam Kazai, shifty move into the zone. We'll try to work it to Peduzzi. His shot off of Roche. Centers it for Hearn. He couldn't get a shot off. Peduzzi now at the wing. He'll stop. Good move there on Roche. Give it over to Hearn. Hearn, just give it back to the point with Rice. Rice's shot out, blocked by Sutter. Staying with it is Rice. His shot off the glass behind the net. Hokies up 5, continuing to push. Is that pass there for Matt Tulo? His backhander saved by Brandon. Rebound in front. Peduzzi couldn't bury it in.
That was close too. That was close. I know from a goalie's perspective, once you squeeze those back legs, you sometimes don't know if that puck either got trapped or you don't know if it went through, and the suspense is killing you. You're looking for the other team's reaction. If they start going crazy, then you know it went through. But if everybody's motionless, you know you live to see another day.
Tie up on the face-off. Puck goes down in front of the net. Able to be backhanded out of the zone by Sessa, getting his first minutes of the game, and it's going to go all the way down for an icing. So we're just going to have a little redo in the offensive zone.
I like how he took his time, and actually, even though it was an icing, he took his time to get it out of the zone. Something that, especially when you're down 0-5, you're just going to make a panic and be like, okay, let's shoot this down. Let's see what happens. Even though it ended up back into their defensive zone, he still took his time, and I think that's what the momentum. I think that's the momentum that Charlotte needs to cool out, to calm down, to readjust, and to regroup.
Yeah. Well, Charlotte coming into this game is winless. They played 2 weekends ago against UNCW, another ACHA Premier League team, same division as the Hokies, and they were outscored 2-10 in that weekend series. Already down 5-0 here against the Hokies in game 1 of a 2-game weekend set. As you and Andrew will take it down in the near side corner. Tulo, unable to read it, will just throw it ahead. Picked up by Dunn. Dunn gets it over to Muchacho. What a name that is. a little Italian for you.
Chris, are you Italian?
I am Italian. It's around maybe 10%. I haven't really done a DNA test, but I mean, I love chicken parm. So, I mean, I consider I consider myself Italian if I love chicken parm,
My roommate, he's Italian. Got some very Italian parents and everything. It's funny. Yeah. They're also from Jersey too.
I mean, it must be a Jersey thing.
It must be
Italian.
A Jersey thing. Shoot, am I Italian? I love chicken parm.
Yeah, but big chicken parm guy. Fantozzi will take the face-off on the far side in the defensive end. He'll win it. He'll flip to center ice, knocked down by Behrman. Behrman will backhand that one in. Cook will come out of his net to get it. Very dangerous there as it almost bounced in front of the net. Icing called. We'll have another whistle with 13:42.
Chris, I don't know if you noticed, but our sound guy operating the
call.
The call, yeah, he's watching VT versus Miami.
Man, I wonder what that score is. Probably a lot better to watch this game than the football game.
Oh, 1,000%. Me and Kyle were saying that Miami already scored twice.
Yeah, I last time I checked it was 14-7.
Oof.
But I mean, good news for Hokies fans. You got a hockey team winning 5-0 against Charlotte right now.
Hey, a win is a win.
A win is a win.
A Hokie win is a Hokie win.
Amen. Max Sullivan will take it up for the Hokies. Sullivan will get it ahead to McAfee. He'll get it off the stick of Sargent. Kept in by Stewart. Stewart getting it at the hat trick. No! Just off the glove of Brainin. Great chance there by the rookie from Richmond, Virginia to get a hat trick. Denied there. Still plenty of time left. About 7 minutes gone in the second period. Battle on the far side boards.
I can tell you from a player perspective, they're feeding Zach Stewart these goals. If he doesn't get this goal, it's their goalie doing some great work. It's Charlotte's goalie doing some great work. But if I see it, I got the opportunity to pass to. If I'm up 5 and I got the opportunity to pass to Zach Stewart or Gavin Peduzzi, I'm gonna choose Stewart just so he can get his hat trick.
Nifty move by Veneri. He walks in that one off the net. and out of play.
Great use of that forward backward skating by Veneri.
Well, I mean, talk about Zach Stewart getting a hat trick in your 3rd ever college game. I mean, that's pretty impressive. It sounds like Gavin Peduzzi levels right there. I mean, the Hokies just are going to have a lethal offense this year. I mean, we've seen it from so many different players already in these first 3 games.
Their potential isn't even fully unlocked yet. I see, I see, what they can do. I see like Veneri just hitting a quick forward to backward transition. What's it called? Mohawk, just in front of 2 guys getting into the net. Only reason he missed is because he got deflected up by one of Charlotte's defensemen. Other than that, we could have probably seen a 6-0 goal. He was aiming top shelf corner on that blocker that everybody's kind of been taken advantage of on the Hokies.
Trevor Kellogg will hit that one off the Hokies bench. This will drift into the offensive zone. Tyler Gordon battling for it. Puck by his feet in the corner. Able to be cleared by Bauman. Kellogg able to prevent Sutter from gaining an advantage. 11:39 remaining here in the second. Hokies lead 5-0. Hat trick watch. Zach Stewart collected his 2nd goal this period. All 4 lines for the Hokies producing at least 1 goal. I mean, you talk about the offensive efforts. How about this defense for the Hokies?
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like I haven't given enough love to this defense. Defense has definitely been helping to carry these Hokies to this 5-0 lead. Almost said victory. Lead right now. And it's definitely paying off. And it's not just the D pairs. It's definitely the efforts of the forwards and the centers getting back on defense that's helping them out too. You can have McAfee and Logus, the Great Wall of China, essentially right here blocking every shot, blah blah. Pushing their shooters to the top corners of the offensive zone, with their offensive zone, our defensive zone, and they're getting little, not their shots aren't having enough power on them, but it's the efforts. Hey, we're gonna. As forwards, we're gonna block down low. We're gonna get the puck if it goes down low. We're gonna set up something. We're gonna dump and chase. We're gonna do all of this. We're essentially setting up a 5-man defensive play, and kind of like what I mentioned before intermission started. You can let your foot off the gas if you're Virginia Tech. Put it on cruise control, but don't hit the brake. Don't stop. Don't get lazy. Keep up that same speed. Keep that pressure. And so far, that's what they're doing.
Turnover almost in the offensive zone. Kazai backhands it, and it goes in! Who got the goal? They're trying to figure out. I believe it's Austin Hearn. Still trying to figure out who scored, and I think it's going to be Hearn, who collects his first goal as a Virginia Tech Hokie. 6-0 is the score. And, of course, they're going to ask for that puck back. Hearn collects his first goal. Talked to him a little bit on the Gobbler Effect this week with Coach Mullen. He was just saying how excited he was to be on this team, to get ready to play. And then Coach Mullen specifically said about Hearn, when we talked about him earlier in the preseason, we talked about it. He said Hearn was one of those guys you got to look out for. And one of these new guys who's going to bring a lot of energy, a lot of offensive showcase to this Hokies team. I mean, and he's already done it so far. He's already been he's now on the first line in his first game, producing his first goal. What a great start for number 17 in white.
I can definitely say if you're Charlotte's goalie right now, you were not expecting that puck to just kind of mosey its way on in. You're expecting, one of your D or one of your forwards or somebody in front of the net to grab that and either get it out.
Very dangerous there. That puck bounced on top of the net.
To get it out or pull it back in so he could glove save it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I mean, just looking ahead for the Hokies, I mean, they got Charlotte again tomorrow night. And then they got Stevenson next week away. And then they got Ryder, which is going to be a very key weekend series. They have that away as well. And then they come back home for 2 series against West Virginia and Maryland. All for a big, big weekend ahead with the ACCHL showcase against against Rowan, Delaware, and Penn State. 3 tough teams. And then that's just going to gear you up for the ACCHL tournament up in February. And then, like I said, the January gauntlet. I mean, just looking ahead for this Hokie schedule, it's good to get a good start right off the bat with these with these early games, especially showing what your offense is capable of to use eventually in the later half of the season.
Oh, definitely. These Big Ten teams, they are nothing to mess with. Hockey in the North is definitely different from hockey in the, the middle of America, the middle part from Virginia all the way across to California.
The South is starting to heat up with all of its hockey. I mean, you've seen Florida has a great hockey program, Tennessee, Georgia's getting a brand new rank. You can talk about UNC, NC State. I mean, all programs that are, getting better year by year and growing the sport of college hockey in South America. South of the United States of America.
Yep. South America.
I mean, South America could have some good hockey teams too. I mean, you never know. You never know. I mean, but things are looking up for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Score holds, they'll be 2-1. 6-0. Charlotte needs 6 goals in almost 2.5 periods. Zach Stewart will carry it ahead. Dean Sargent will send it in. Puck in front of the net. Stewart trying to get a stick on it. Veneri tries to jam it in. Able to be cleared by Muchacho to center ice. McAfee will just bat that one to the Hokies bench. Taken by J.H. Lagas. Aiden Sutter now for the 49ers. Tries to center it. No one home. Batted away by the Hokies defense. Kept in by Jansen. His wrist shot. Too weak and able to be controlled by the Hokies. Veneri over to Lagas. Lagas skating in. His shot. That one deflected and out of play. Lagas also having a great rookie season so far. 3 points, all coming from assists. The 21-year-old freshman getting it done. Believe it or not, 21 years old and a freshman. Played a little bit.
I had to think of that for a second.
Yeah, played it some time in the OJHL before coming to Virginia Tech. Like I said, this Hokies team is full of rookies that, are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. But tonight they're showing out.
Fun fact, Chris. I actually don't like chocolate.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Chocolate's a hit or miss.
Oh. No, I've never liked it. I don't know why. I try. I mean, I'll eat a Hershey Kisses at least once a month, and I'm like, nope, still don't like it. So.
Yeah, no, chocolate's not good for me. I try to stay away from it as much as possible. But, with Halloween coming around the corner, that shot by Gordon is deflected out of play. I mean, with Halloween coming around the corner, I mean, it's going to be calling my name sooner or later.
I loved going to school in elementary school because I would trade all my chocolate candies for Starburst and Skittles and anything that didn't have chocolate in it.
Face off to the left of Brainin. Still in the game. Hokies leading 6-0. Gazai loses his stick, kicks it over to Hearn. Good stick there by Bernazzani. Kreniuk will slap it in. Kellogg will collect it behind the Hokies net. Kellogg over to Hearn. Hearn trying to pick up goal number 2. Will take it left. He'll get sandwiched into the boards by Larson. He'll give it over to Peduzzi. Peduzzi trying to weave his way through in front of the net. Hearn behind the net. He'll give it to Peduzzi. Peduzzi back to Hearn in the far corner. Hearn to Peduzzi to Kazai. Kazai patiently waiting. He'll try to shoot that one over Brainin. He had his pad there to stop it. Shifty move there by Cam Kazai looking for his first point of the game. Peduzzi will be offsides. Cam Kazai entering a little too early. And we'll have a whistle with 6:16 remaining here in the second. Folks, the Hokies will head outdoors on January 4th, 2025 as they take on the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. Don't miss history in the making and grab your tickets now. Tickets for the game are still on sale and can be purchased online via the Virginia Tech Hockey website. Can't wait for that game.
I can't either.
Outdoors, Truist Field, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Exactly 2 days after my birthday.
Oh, man. I mean, it's going to be a great start to the new year.
All I want for my birthday is for people to pop out to Truist Field and watch the Hokies.
I mean, who wouldn't want that? That'd be my birthday wish, too, if my birthday was during that time. Certainly a dream come true from everybody involved, Hokies and Tar Heels alike. Ewan Andrew will send it ahead to Max Sullivan. Sullivan will try to shift his way through, loses the puck. Dom Fantozzi there. And Roach will just shuffleboard it around to the near side. Big hit there by Ewan Andrew. There on Ballman. Hokies still showing their physicality. Ballman now 2-on-1 with Sutter. He'll get it across. Sutter, shot saved by Cook. Cook's first test of the game. Easy the save on Sutter, and we'll have a whistle.
That was a really good shot by Sutter. That was a really good shot. Even though it didn't go off of his stick like he wanted to, he still was able to put it up. Unfortunately, he got swallowed up by Shane Cook. However, I still think even though he went back to the bench, I think he should be proud of himself catching that shot, especially he's a left-hander, or he's a lefty. So he had to catch that puck backwards, twist to his front, and then shoot. If he was on his other side, it probably would have been a bit different. Score would have been 6-1.
Puck is flown into the Charlotte bench. We'll have another whistle. I just got a little sneak peek of the Virginia Tech football score update. 14-14.
Oh, all right.
Fourth quarter.
We're back in this.
I mean, I don't know how, based on that performance last week, but I mean, we can have 2 Hokies wins tonight. We can have the hockey team and the football team. It'll be a good night in Blacksburg for everybody.
I think it's funny that they started both these games at 7:30.
Less than 5 minutes remaining here in the second. Hokies have a 6-goal lead. Stort, looking for goal number 3, is driven to the boards. Picked up is William Bradley. Bradley has it stripped away by J.H. Lagus. Will throw that one in. Zach Stort will be there to get it. Jensen able to bat it away from him. McAfee's pass intended for Veneri was sticked by Dunn. Lagus behind the net. He'll try to wrap around. Lost the puck. Still with it. He'll just center that one. Picked up by Stewart. His shot. Saved by Breenan. Lagus once again decisive. He'll give it over to McAfee. His wrist shot. Saved by Breenan. That one goes wide to the near side. Sargent. Puck still in the offensive zone. 49ers' legs are tired. They need a change. Workman able to clear it, at least to center ice. No change yet from the 49ers. McAfee will carry it ahead to Koubet. Too far off a stick. Sang will pick it up. Sang on the far side. He'll get over to the point with Rice. His shot deflected and it goes wide off the backboards. And we'll have a whistle as Brandon covers it up.
If you're Charlotte's defense, you definitely want to start just looking for that puck. One thing I've kind of noticed, not to throw any shade or anything, but I don't think Charlotte is as coordinated as the Hokies are. The Hokies are able to put that puck in a certain location. They're able to put people in a certain location without barely using any words. Puck goes across the net. There's always someone there. Charlotte, they're doing the right plays, but there's just no one home whenever they need it to be.
Bertazzani shot saved there by Cook off of his chest. Kellogg will push it ahead. Not touched by Gordon. No icing. As we picked up by the 49ers. That one trickled off the glass weirdly. Rice will pick it up at center ice. Rice looking for his first goal. Already has 2 points tonight. Kraniak over to Bertazzani. Bertazzani will pick it up on the near side. He'll dump it in. We'll go for an offensive and a defensive change for the 49ers. Kellogg will skate ahead. He's got Koubet. Kellogg, give it over to Koubet, off of his stick and towards the backboard. Centering pass. Kellogg gonna get a stick on it. Bertazzani gets it over to Sutter. Sutter on the far side, passes the Charlotte 49ers bench. He'll walk into the zone. Good stick there by Kellogg to break it up. Roach. Kellogg bats that one down. Taken by Sullivan. Sullivan off the glass on the near side. Tended for Hearn. Hot potato with the puck right now. With 2:14 left here in the second period. Hokies have a 6-0 lead over the 49ers. As two ahead. It's Kazai patiently waits. His shot saved by Brandon. He had Hearn skating and rushing towards the slot, but decided to take it himself. Roach now. He'll walk in. Far side corner, tries to stutter it for Bauman. Stick there by Max Sullivan, the rookie defenseman, really putting a good hand in this team's efforts on defense tonight for the Hokies. That shot almost goes in. Cook lost it for a second. Thankfully found it right in front of him, and he'll cover up for the save.
I like how Charlotte is trying to get back into this game. You have 1:39 left in the second period. The score is 6-0. That doesn't matter. You're still in this. You can still come back. Like we saw with NC State the other day, or not the other day, but 3 weeks ago, they came back from a 6-0 deficit to win 8-6.
Sounds about right.
I could be wrong on that. I can say personally, we were beating a team 6-3 at the end of the second, and somehow they came back and won 7-6. And I'm still mad about that to this day.
That sounds like a Virginia Tech Hokies game.
Nah, it was a Robinson High School versus Colgan High School game back in Woodbridge. So.
Dean Hearn will collect it. He'll just hit it off the wall. Matt Tulo, good stick there. He's got you and Andrew with him as he enters his own. Shot there by Tulo, glove down by Braynon. Oh, another whistle with just over a minute left. 68 seconds to be exact. Period number 2. I talked to Coach Mullen during the intermission, and I asked him, how do you plan to keep this team's momentum going forward into these next 2 periods? Of course, it was at the end of the first intermission. And he said, we just got to stay out of the penalty box. And, so far, I mean, my eyes might deceive me, but they've only been in the box once.
Yep.
This whole game, which has been really good and really conscious of this Hokies team. Because they were prone last year, especially in the late stages, to go into the box. And, that eventually would cost them in the end. But, I mean, they're doing a good job, I think, so far this season in general, staying out of the box, which is what haunted them last season. So it's a big improvement by Joey Mullen's squad heading here in the early parts of the 2024-2025 season.
100%. You are absolutely correct. Basketball is one of those sports where, you want a foul. You want to put up at least 3 fouls per player. I've heard coaches say that. Coaches my age, coaches older than me, professional coaches, you want to play aggressive in basketball. In hockey, you want to stay out of the box as much as you can. Just, point blank period.
Well, Saxtor walks in. His shot, just left of the net as the period is winding down. 10 seconds and counting. And here he kicks it to himself. 3 seconds, and it's going to be an offsides call. Another chance there by Star. I mean, he's getting the chances, just not capitalizing, but he eventually might.
Right. The capitalization off of these simple mistakes that are made from either team is what really gets you goals. So, Chris, I know you asked me last time. Well, I'm going to ask you, what did you see during the second period that you would like the Hokies to repeat in the third?
Covering this team for now my 3rd year with the Hokies, I mean, the third period, I think, is their best period. I know it was their best period last year, and, they could carry that into this year. So I'm expecting to see the same that what we saw so far. They scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second. I mean, I don't think they're going to let that foot off the gas pedal at all. And, I mean, it's just fundamental, honestly, for the Hokies. I mean, if they stay out of the box, like we mentioned, if they, play good defense like they have, I mean, they just got to keep it going. Keep the train rolling. Don't fall off the tracks. I mean, you have a 6-0 lead. Don't get too cocky. Don't play laid back. You really want to enforce and keep that momentum going into tomorrow, into the next couple weeks. You really want to, I guess, keep that throttle going and going. And, I mean, I'm expecting to see the same in the third.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we like to see VT hockey play. That's what we like to see any hockey team played. Just, us today.
Well, that will do it for the second period. We'll head into the third. Hokies have a big lead, 6-0. We'll see you as we head into the third period. We'll be right back. And we're back here at the Lancerlot Sports Complex as we get set for the third period between the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Charlotte 49ers. Chris Pierce joined alongside Jordan Parham for tonight's action. Hokies up 6-0 as we begin the final 20 minutes of play. We'll go back to the original set of sides. The Hokies in their white sweaters will maintain the right side of the ice. The 49ers will maintain the left side in their dark green uniforms.
I love to see teams with green jerseys because there's really not a lot of them.
You don't really see them in the NHL. You got the Minnesota Wild.
And the Dallas Stars.
Obviously.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Green's one of those colors that really pops out on the ice.
It does. They look nice. Green in just like any fashion too. Like you don't have too many football teams. You don't have too many basketball teams.
I'm a big purple guy myself. I mean,
Ooh.
I don't know that many teams.
Actually.
I know. I was gonna say purple's a pretty nice color as well.
Purple is a nice color for a sports team. Maybe Utah hockey team. Their colors.
I like their colors. The light blue.
Light blue is not bad. Yeah.
It's like a very snowy mix. It fits right in with the Utah culture.
As long as it's not like, I feel like navy blue is a little overused for sports teams now.
I can agree.
And there's like so many other colors you can do. like green, for example, you'll see a lot of green. You don't really see a lot of orange. You don't see purple at all.
Yeah, we don't see orange. We don't discuss about the Flyers. Penguins fan here.
Well, you just see that. Like the Flyers are orange. I don't know.
Shot there by Andrew. Saved by Brayden. Hokies starting out the third the same way they've been playing the past two. Shot there by Sang. Andrew there to shoot the rebound. Saved there by Brayden, who was scrambling all over the net. Kept in by Baduzzi. Baduzzi to Andrew. Andrew couldn't collect it. They'll be out of play into the second deca, looks like. As Roach flipped that one up.
It hit the post, just not the right post. The post on the second deck, and it fell back down.
Yeah, a little scare up here in the second deck. Our crew over on our left look okay. We got a great crew on our hands this season at Virginia Tech Hockey. Lots of valuable positions. And of course, you got Kyle, who's on the camera tonight. We got Anna Marie, our producer, who's behind the scenes. Didn't want to be on the camera, but it's all right. We're all a little camera shy. That's all right. But no, we got a great team this season. Looking forward to a fantastic year with the Virginia Tech Hokies. Face off inside the offensive zone. Kazai trying to poke at it. And puck will be cleared.
Mr. Pierce, you really did assemble the Avengers on this team here.
I mean, it's all to you guys. You guys are putting in the work. I'm just here supporting you guys and doing whatever you guys need to do to succeed. Just Kazai will weave his way in. Good stick there by Brayden to break it up.
Actually, my roommate, I don't know if you remember Quentin Millar. He was in your dinosaur class.
Yeah, that's actually how I got this gig in the first place.
Yeah, he was saying, he was always telling me, he was like, yeah, we would walk across the drill field, go to dinosaur class every day.
The iconic Age of Dinosaurs class, freshman year here at Virginia Tech. That's how I met Hokies 4 Dominic Fantozzi, who got me this gig. So, I mean, if it wasn't for Dom, I wouldn't be up here. You probably wouldn't be up here. No, all credit to Dom, who's actually on the ice right now, taking the face-off. He'll win it. McAfee, his shot there blocked. Dom Fantozzi over to Hearn. Hearn now bumped down to the second line. He's with Fantozzi and Tulo. Coach Mullen mixing the lineups here in the final period of play, experimenting as Lagas will take it. He'll lose it. McAfee will collect it at center ice. Yeah, but if it wasn't for that Age of Dinosaur, that Age of Dinosaur class was just iconic in itself. And I'm sure Quinn saw my stories on Snapchat about, dinosaur fact of the day. The Stegosaurus is as tall as Burris Hall.
Really?
I know.
Wow.
It was. It was. Yeah, it's huge.
Whoa, that's a tall.
That's what fun classes like those at Virginia Tech, you just love taking them, getting to learn. I took a geography of wine class last semester, and I learned, what wines to take, with certain cheeses, certain foods. You got it all at Virginia Tech. Like I said, like I said, you never know in your Age of Dinosaur class or in your geography of wine class, who you might know or.
Literally, no, it's crazy.
Connections are crazy these days.
Chris, you remember how we met?
Was it through golf? I think it was through the golf.
It was through golf, through golf.
Yeah, I remember the first time we golfed. It was in the blizzard. It was a blizzard.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was a day I really don't want to. I forgot to punch in my. They gave us a little coupon saying like you could come back to play.
Oh yeah, no.
I never
used
got
mine
to
either.
it. Yeah, never got to it.
I found it in my golf bag over the summer, and I was like, it's expired.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
I mean, I haven't really upped my golf game since. So I mean.
Let me help you out. I used to
Yeah.
teach kids golf, so I can help your swing, but other than that, you're kind of on your own.
Kern touches the puck off sides, and we'll have a whistle. 17-28. Hokies on top, 6-0. Yeah, I really got to get my swing back in shape.
I can help you fix your shot and help you hit straighter, but if you want curves, if you want fades and draws, you're gonna have to go to a PGA Pro.
Gotta hit the VT golf course.
Love that course.
I do,
9 holes, $9 almost. Probably a little more because of inflation, but
no, I mean it's fun. You got what, 9 holes? I think they got there.
yeah, 9 holes. If you want to play it twice, you can.
Yeah, you got everything at Virginia Tech.
Basically, we got like 4 golf courses in the area. I played over at the Hill the other week, maybe like the day before classes started, and I hit a birdie on my first hole, and I've never been more proud of my life.
I just love how we're talking about golf during a hockey game. It's great. Matt Vanieri, the cadet, will punch it into the zone. Virginia Tech's got 3 cadets on their squad. You got Vanieri, Nick France, Arthur Sang, all cadets. Zach Stewart looking for hat trick number 3. He'll center that one. No one home. Chris Koubet, who has a goal tonight, will give it off to Max Sullivan, who hits that one off the near boards. Tyler Gordon will march in. He'll get that one and center it. No one home. Sullivan will regather and serve it. Sullivan over the Sang. Sang to Gordon, back to Sang. Sang enters the zone on the left side. He'll go underneath. Sessa now over to Hill. Hill hit there behind by Tyler Gordon. That's going to be a penalty on the Hokies, so it's going to be a power play coming up for the 49ers. Braynon will head to the bench. There'll be a 6-on-5 momentarily, as Gordon will certainly serve his time for that hit from behind. And the 49ers are going the power play.
Hey, we can definitely see a possibility of them putting up 1 goal in this in the third period. You know, hey, 6-0 means nothing. You're still in this. You have 15 minutes to put up 6 goals to tie, 7 to win. I plays devil's advocate on this side. Like I was mentioning earlier, I think Charlotte, they have some coordination drills that they definitely got to go through. They're playing the right plays. They're putting the puck in the right position. But there's quote no one home, meaning that there's no one to receive that puck in that position. However, that's the right position you want to be in. Like if I throw a puck directly right in front of the net and there's nobody there, I'm looking for, hey, who's the center? Who's that other forward that was supposed to be there on that drill? Sometimes you get caught up. Sometimes coach calls you in for a line change. Sometimes you get body blocked in between two opponents on the other team, and you're not able to get there on time. It happens sometimes, but when it's happening over and over again, it becomes a constant problem. Then that's something you got to work in. That's something you got to fix in practice. And I know head coach, assistant coaches, Charlotte, you're definitely you're looking at this team. You're looking at, hey, what can I fix? And if they go back and they look at our tapes and they hear me, coach, I would definitely say, just make sure your players make sure you get your players where they need to be, and make sure they're in the right spot at the right time. Because once they figure out they're not necessarily floating as much as they were throughout this game, then Charlotte can definitely be one of those top teams like NC State or even Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Traubin Trott's the head coach of the 49ers. His 8th year with UNCC and 21st total. I mean, he has some D1 coaching experience. Coach of the Maine, the Bearcats, I'm pretty sure. I forget what their mascot is, but he was the head coach of the University of Maine in the NCAA ranks He's coached all 3 levels. He's coached some D3, D1. Now here coaching the Charlotte 49ers club hockey team in his 8th year. Certainly a head of experience to acknowledge these guys before their game tomorrow. As that centering pass, as the Hokies are back off full strength, UNCC now 0 for 2 on the power plays. That chance by Sutter missed. Another blocked shot there by Andrew on the shot there by a 49er. The 49ers gaining some momentum in the offensive zone. That shot off a kicked away by Cook. Dean Hearn will recover and hit it off the glass on the near side. Hokies will go for an offensive change.
So yeah, I definitely don't discredit Tobin Tross or any of the players on the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. They're playing their hardest. I think that's just one thing is their players just gotta know where to be at the right time. And this was a great game, nonetheless. The score may not have been in the direction of where Charlotte wants to be. However, there's a lot to learn from this, and there's a lot to digest, and not necessarily like deep dive, just surface level playing. There's a lot to learn from this game, and they get the chance to play them again tomorrow.
Exactly.
So that's the beauty I like about it.
That's like the famous saying: "You live and you learn."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%.
And we'll see what the 49ers are cooking up in the kitchen these next 48 hours, because they have their tomorrow's games moved up an hour to 6:30, which you can also catch here on Virginia Tech Hockey Network. So they have less than 24 hours to correct their mistakes. So we'll see what the 49ers are going to do tomorrow. Hokies most likely are going to sleep good tonight and get a full rest for tomorrow. As Sessa will hit that one in. Seth Hill, the first one to get there. He'll shoot that one, sticked by Cook. And ahead come the Hokies. Matt Vanieri charging on the left side. He'll leave it for Dean Surgeon. Surgeon, his stick broke as he shot it.
Wow.
We'll have to go and get another one. Really unfortunate. Lisa, a breakaway for CJ Mayo. Mayo walks in, his shot saved by Cook.
That was an excellent puck read by Cook. Could have easily gotten distracted because he knew his top right and his top left were both open. Tracked that puck, weighted him down to the last second. Just excellent goaltending by Shane Cook right here.
Cook's third
Nothing
year.
else to say. Just great goaltending.
I know, Cook's third year on the team had a little bit of a sophomore slump last year, but I mean, so far in 2024, he's looking great. Timeout's going to be called on the ice. It looks like Charlotte's going to call it. So it gives us a time, Jordan, to just talk about what's next for the Hokies. You got 12 minutes, about 12 minutes, 11:56 remaining here in the third. They play the 49ers tomorrow, but I mean, looking ahead, we've already talked about this. I mean, they got 6 straight weeks of hockey coming up against some really good competition. What do the Hokies need to do in these next finishing out tonight and tomorrow to prepare themselves mentally and physically for the upcoming stretch?
I think what the Hokies need to do is they need to just keep their foot on the gas. The hot hands effect is a real thing. Keep that hot hands effect until the next couple games. Keep that going into tomorrow. Don't get sloppy. You have great team chemistry right now, and you have great coordination. Everybody is in everybody's in the spots where they need to be. Everybody is home where they need to be. Everybody is shooting when they need to be. They're putting the puck in the correct position. We often say that Gavin Peduzzi we're looking at him to break Virginia Tech's scoring record, but he's not just playing, to break the record. He's playing for his team as well. He's pushing.
I mean, that selfishness is why he's the captain of this Hokie squad.
Definitely. But he's not playing as selfish as you would think. He's being a team player as well. He's passing where he needs to be. He's playmaking when he has to be. He's taking that puck and he's shooting it when you know, it's just him. Him and Kazai have that perfect team chemistry where he's like, okay, I'm going to take this puck up the net, and Kazai just knows where he needs to go.
Shot there by Gordon, saved by Brandon. Brandon busy tonight. I mean, I know we got some of the shot totals. I think last time I checked, after the second period, it was 38-16, if I'm not correct, in favor of the Hokies. But I mean, the
We're
Hokies
looking
are
at 37 to 12. Oh, 37 shots on goal between the two periods combined.
close enough.
And we're looking at 12 saves between Ian Key and Cook together between two periods.
I mean, but that just presents a common thing. Is that shot by Tulo over the right shoulder of Brandon? It just presents a common theme that the Hokies just are attacking the net, getting shots to the net, and they're just capitalizing it. I mean, 6 goals in 2 periods, 3 in each. I mean, that's great stuff there from the Hokies. I mean, something that they're going to need this season.
Yeah, we had Matt Tulo, Austin Hearn, and Cam Kazai between the 3 of them. 3 shots on goals each for 9 shots on goal total. So just that alone, 21 shots on goal in the second period alone. Well,
speaking of Austin Hearn, he'll tie a toe drag into the zone. Lost the puck, and he'll go for a change. Offensive change for the Hokies. 10:23 remaining here in the final period. Hokies up 6-0. All 4 lines of the Hokies throughout the first 2 periods scoring. Gavin Peduzzi, the puck handler right now, having one of them. He'll dump it off to his line mate, Cam Kazai. Kazai tried to get it to Ewan Andrew, who's back on that first line. Andrew gives it back to Kazai. Kazai tries to give it to Peduzzi. Couldn't quite get a handle of it. Sean Rocha of the 49ers will take it on the far side. Bauman now. He'll just backhand that one. Sutter. Shouldered off the puck, staying with it. Over to the top. Larson shot that one wide left of the net. Away from the glove side of Cook as ahead comes Gavin Peduzzi. He's got Ewan Andrew with him. He gives it over the back to Peduzzi. It was a little tic-tac-toe action, but Peduzzi couldn't receive the pass back. Beautiful saucer there from Andrew to Peduzzi. Just couldn't finish. Peduzzi off the skate of Andrew. Larson pressured heavily. He falls down. Lanigan shot. That one deflected off the back glass.
Patience on Lanigan was nice.
Great pass there to Bauman, just a little too far in a collision with Cook. Well, everyone seems to be all right. A little tap on the back there from Cook to Bauman. A little less than 9 minutes left. We'll have a whistle in the defensive end.
That was great patience again by Lanigan. He could have shot that through traffic. You know, even though it's ideal to shoot through traffic to confuse the opposing goalie, him waiting and him knowing that, hey, you know, if I wait for this player to finish falling and I wait for him to hit the ice, I'm going to have a better shot and a better chance of making this 7-0. Unfortunately, puck just went too high.
Matt Veneri will take it into the zone. His shot off of Brennan goes to the far wall. Surrounded by 49ers, Dak Sword collects it, gets it to the point of McAfee. His shot deflected by Veneri towards the near side. Zach Stewart with 2 goals for the Hokies, looking for goal number 3. J.H. Lagas. He'll be shoved off the puck by Chris Dunn. Matt Veneri will backhand that one off the glass. Mishandled by Stewart, able to clear it, at least to Dean Surgeon, who's now enters the zone. He'll stay with it, enters the near side far side corner. Hokies going for a defensive change. 8 minutes remaining in the game. Cusero will rip it off the boards. Kellogg tries to keep it in, though Dunn's body gets in the way. Hokies will retreat back to the neutral zone. Arthur Sang over to Kube. Kube tries to reach it for Sang. Kellogg keeps it in. Over to Dean Hearn. Hearn stops in his tracks. Walks in, shoots that one wide of the net. Battling down now in the near side corner. It's Arthur Sang. Puck free. Not yet cleared, eventually does, but that puck almost to where we are if it had a little more height to it.
A little higher.
Could have had a little souvenir.
I think I could have kept it. I would have thrown it back, though.
That really would have put an exclamation point on the night if we got a puck up here. In my 3 years, it hasn't happened yet. So, I mean,
it's gotten close.
It's gotten close.
It's 3 times tonight. One went this way. This
one
one just went that way.
Tendencies say it should be coming to us next.
You got your magic 8 ball.
Fantozzi will take the puck. He'll get over the too low. Try to get it to Hearn. Stripped away by Dunn. He'll backhand that one and go for a change. He loses his stick. That won't matter. J.H. Lagas gets it over to Fantozzi. Fantozzi looks up ahead. He sees open ice. He'll take it himself left into the zone. He'll go wide with it behind the net. Tries to center. Kellogg keeps it in. His wrist shot off some bodies. Fantozzi able to collect on the far side. Over to Hearn. Hearn back to Fantozzi. Fantozzi, his wrist shot. Blocked there by Gula. Off the body. 49ers making some key blocks there with their bodies, preventing the Hokies getting any shots towards the net. Raimundo now working, stripped away by Hearn. Good forecheck. Hearn over to Kazai. Kazai, the low to speed, gives it back to Hearn. Hearn between the legs! Oh, that would have been a beauty of a goal. Shot there by Sullivan, patted away by Brandon. In front for Andrew, his shot saved by Brandon. Rebounded for Kazai, backhand, and eventually dove on top of by Brandon.
This Hokies team, man, they're
They're
trying
not
out some new
stopping.
moves. They're seeing what they can get away with, and they're seeing, what they can hone their skills
If
on.
that went in, that would have probably been one of the best goals I've ever seen. Last year, Griffin Mudge on senior night shot a goal doing a 360 while falling onto the ice, and it went right past the Duke goalie. I mean, that was probably the best goal I've ever seen.
It's these type of goals that,
At least at the
it
collegiate
evolves
level.
the game little by little.
Paduzzi wins the faceoff, gets over to Lanigan. His shot, that one wide left. Roach will take over. That will be kept in. Off to Lanigan, almost past Cook. Good reflexes there from the junior goalie. Cook getting his first minutes in the substitution of Ian Key. Coach Mullen deciding to give Cook his first minutes of the game. He's started all 3 games for the Hokies this season. Kept in by Sullivan. His shot gloved by Brainin.
One thing I've noticed by this Charlotte team in the third period is they're playing the body a lot more. They know that they can't necessarily, hey, if I can't beat him to the puck, or if I can't beat him to the side, or if I can't push him in the corner, at least I can, at least throw a quick elbow or put body contact on him to the point where he slows down or he misses his opportunity for a pass to the middle or even a shot. And that's been what's keeping them afloat.
Store off the face-off, wrists that one, gloved by Brainin, and we'll have another face-off.
That's what's keeping the score at 6-0 instead of 7 or 8-0.
I'm telling you, Zach Store is probably very frustrated right now, not getting that hat-trick goal. He's had so many opportunities. That pass to Veneri in the slide. His shot, saved by Brandon, rebound, score! It's a hat-trick! Zach Stort! I wish I had a hat on me.
I'd toss it.
The rookie,
I don't think I can get that far.
in his 3rd game with the Hokies, gets a hat trick. Have a night, Zach Stort. I wear hats to all the other games, but the one game, because of the fresh haircut, the one game I don't wear a hat, we get a hat trick. I mean, very ironic.
The one time you wear hats to every class. I have 3 classes with you a week.
Congratulations, Zach Stort. Hat trick number 1, cementing himself already in the Hokies legacy book.
Virginia Tech goal, his 3rd of the night, scored by number 10, Zach Stewart.
And you were just saying, hey, Zach Stewart was close to that hat trick.
Dunn will throw it in. Still 5 minutes left in this one. Awkward bounce off the boards. Good defense there by Lagas. Again, another unsung hero play by this Hokies defense. That shot by Kube is saved. Kube looking for goal number 2.
Amazing.
I know they talk about this in video games, where they mention when they're a high-scoring game like this, you know, the people on the bench are like, when am I going to get my turn to score? I mean, you got 7 goals by 4 different goal scorers. I mean, it's just a scoring palooza here in Vinton. Bernazzani, big hit there by Lagas laying the lumber. As Bernazzani is going to stay down on the ice. A whistle's going to be called, but a big hit by Lagas.
Huge hit by Lagas.
Bernazzani's
Is that going to send him to the box?
Yeah, for sure. That he might.
Yeah, I don't
That
think he had the
might
puck.
be a game misconduct. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think he had the puck there at that one. That was a really hard hit.
Yeah.
But
just kind of shouldered him into the boards. But Bernazzani, skating under his own power, will head to the Charlotte bench. Lagos will head into the bench. I mean, it's into the penalty box. 4:22 remaining here in the final period of play. Hokies leading by a touchdown over the 49ers.
seemed like his elbow got up under Bernazzani's chin mask, and it jolted his head backwards, and especially with that force hitting him up against the wall.
So it's going to be a major on J.H. Lagas, so that's going to end his night with 4:22 remaining here in the third. Freshman defenseman from Richmond, Virginia. Sorry, McLean, Virginia.
2 different spots.
Chris Koubé is going to serve Lagas' penalty minutes. So he's just going to spend the rest of the game in the penalty box, taking off his helmet. So Charlotte will be on the power play. It's going to be a 5-on-4 for the remainder of the game. Peduzzi shoots. That one almost goes in. A mishap by the Charlotte defense. Almost led to another Hokies goal, short-handed. My goodness. Raymundo harassed there by Kazai. Kazai is very dangerous on the short-handed opportunity. He's had a short-handed goal against James Madison 2 Saturdays ago.
It's those type of stuff. Sometimes coaches will just say, hey, don't go for the short-handed goal. Just shoot it down, send it down, and let whoever's on the power play run back and take it into our
And you
offensive
say
zone.
that, but you got Peduzzi and Kazai, 2 offensive-minded players. They're ready to just ready to feast on any mishaps on this power play by the 49ers.
Ready to break the unspoken, unwritten hockey rules of power kill, don't score, just waste time. Hence the word kill.
Krajnik's pass goes a little too far. Larson touches it off sides. Clock's still running even though the whistle is blown, so we'll see how much time is left on the clock. Clock is still running. We're gonna look to fix it. My guess is it's probably gonna go around 3 minutes unless they're just gonna leave it at 2:44. And it looks like they're just not even gonna bother setting the time back up. So 2:44 remaining.
I think they're gonna let it go. Pause it for pause
So
it for a couple
2:40
seconds.
is the confirmed time left. 49ers will be on the power play for that long. Sutter. That shot there goes wide and out towards the neutral zone. Roach. Over to Kucera. Kucera loses it. Fantozzi picks it up. Fantozzi gets it to Hearn. Hearn couldn't grasp it. He loses his stick. Dunn will recover. Hearn will pick up his stick. Dunn skates past center rights. Flips it over to Behrman. Dunn. Bauman. Bauman waits. His shot. Now one wide of the net. Roach will pick it up at the point. Back over to Kucera. Kucera's shot. That one blocked by Sullivan. Not yet cleared. Roach keeps it in on the right point. Roach tries to get it over to Bauman off of Sutter's stick. Roach once again will set it up. Throw it over to Bowman. Bowman. His pass intercepted by Sullivan, and he'll send that one all the way down. 1:20 remaining here in this matchup between the Hokies and the 49ers. These two teams play tomorrow night, 6:30 puck drop. You can catch the games live here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network starting at 6 o'clock. Roach will carry it in. Just looking for one goal from the 49ers being shut out. This will be the Hokies' first shutout since November of last year in the ACHL tournament, showcase tournament, when they shut out Rowan 4-0. Ian Key was the goalie of that game when they shut out the Profs. Is that shot there? Cook loses his stick, able to regather it. 47-46, and the clock keeps on ticking to 45 seconds remaining in this game.
Such a history textbook that you are. I looked over to see if you had that like written down. No, that's just off the dome.
I mean, covering the Hokies for 3 seasons, I mean, you pick up on some things.
You know who said something similar? I know you're not a huge Caps fan, but Joe Beninati, the play-by-play man from the Washington Capitals, he can just his recall of just games that happened in the past. So it's wild.
So Kevin McAfee will head to the box. Cross-check is the assessment. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for the remainder of the game. 36 seconds remaining. 49ers looking to have at least a little sliver of momentum heading into tomorrow's game. They can get a goal here. Less than 30 seconds. That shot deflected and goes to the back wall. Kellogg applying pressure. Gula will take it. Gula back to Benazani. Back to Raymundo. His shot. That one blocked away by Rice. Back to Kranick. Kranick. Leave it over to Raymundo. Raymundo shot. Blocked. And it's beautiful block by Ben Rice back to back. And that's going to do it as time expires. The Hokies keep the 49ers out of the score column and pick up their second win of the season. 7-0 the final score here at the Lancelot Sports Complex. The Hokies picking up a huge win for the program as they head into tomorrow with a huge momentum game. Jordan, question to you. What were your final thoughts? Let's just go with that. What are your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Got me right in the middle of a cough, but final thoughts. I love the way this Hokies team developed between 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and today. They were playing very, very, they were playing great. They weren't playing as coordinated as they were today. They definitely knew what they were doing during each situation. They knew where to be during which play. They knew what to do. They knew, hey, we need fresh legs on. I have a breakaway, but I'm gonna take a couple steps across the blue line. I'm gonna shoot it at the goalie, or I'm gonna dump and chase, and hopefully my wing partner or even my center is gonna catch me. They're gonna pick up the slack on that side. Now, Charlotte, on the other hand, they were playing like Virginia Tech was playing a couple weeks ago. They knew what they were doing. These are great guys. They're the best of the best players probably in Charlotte and in all of UNCC. They just need to know, where to be. They need some coordination. They need some drill training. They need some breakaway drill training. They need to know, hey, if this happens, I need to do this. Or if this happens, we need to do this. Where we need to be where, we need to be here, we need to be there, we need to be over there, we need to shoot here, we need to shoot high, low. They just need to get their coordination down. And then, like I said earlier, once Charlotte knows and once they get their timing and their footing down, who knows? Who knows what they'll be? Who knows what an unstoppable force that they're soon to turn into.
3 stars of the night. We have our third star, Brian Rice, picking up his first career points at the Hokies in the assist column. Second star, Austin Hearn, picking up his first goal as a Virginia Tech Hokie. And the number 1 star, who other than Zach Stewart getting the hat trick in his 3rd career game as a Virginia Tech Hokie. Well, talk about history. Coach Joey Mullen 187 wins, now 5 away from tying the all-time ACCHL record. So something to watch in the coming weeks. But that'll do it here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Thank you for tuning in. Final score, Virginia Tech Hokies 7, the Charlotte 49ers 0. We'll catch you here tomorrow night. Start at 6:30, catch the pregame at 6 o'clock. Once again, I'm Chris Pierce. That's Jordan Parham. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Have a good night, everybody.